Yeah, this toolbox is also another, I mean, for the SAP community, you will get a lot of answers in toolbox as well. Just an error. Zero vendor attribute. There is something called zero vendor underscore DB attribute which is not able to collect it. Maybe it is not available. So we can simulate installation and we can install it as though they, those, there are errors showing. We can install it because all the main objects are there and there are, levels of objects like level 8, level 9 objects. Okay. So we have to install and we can perform the match or copy for the transfer rules. Install in background. So there is a transaction code called SM37 to check the background jobs. So there is a job successfully started. So you go to SM37 to view the job, execute it. So this is action. BC means business content, INST means installation. So this is the number of the job. And the start date is 27/7/43 according to the time of the server. So here it is installing. So we have data sources, I mean, item and SCL for the purchasing. We have to replicate the data sources and we do the data loading. Then we'll check the data flow and then we'll data load. So another thing is we have generic extractors. Here in generic extractors, you have four types of generic extractors. Uh, Generic data sources by database view, table, and info set query and function modules. So we are going to see what are generic extractors of database table now and views as well if we can. Because we have already scheduled the background job, it will take some time to install. Let's see what generic extractors are. So can I go ahead with the generic extractors now? Can I go ahead with the generic extractors?
Yes,
Are you
fine with me.
okay? So generic data sources are user-created data sources. Whenever there is a requirement that doesn't matches with the SAP given predefined data sources, then we have to get generic data sources. So for that purpose, we have a transaction code RSO2. We have to create generic data sources in the transaction. And there are four types of generic data sources. Generic DS with database tables and generic DS with database views and generic DS with SAP query and generic DS with function module. In database tables, you can directly use the database table. It can be any table like VBAK, VBRK, VBAP, and EKKO, EKPO, EKET. Like for purchasing, these are EKKO, EKPO, EKET are the purchasing tables. For example, I will show you what tables are. These are purchasing tables. It's on the requirement in whichever module we need to create. We have to we can take directly the database table and we can create it. So sales tables are like that. There are production planning and you have FI module, yeah, PKPF, BSIS, BSAS. Like that, there are different modules and different tables. So these database tables we can take according to our requirement, and we can create database. Generate data source, and we can create database view. Database views